Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. Today's guest is a leader in Arizona housing, known for building custom homes, affordable developments, and 55 plus communities. He's the owner of and president of Mariano & Co. Please welcome Vic Mariano. Vic, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dylan.
I always like to start off at the top by asking folks, how they got into the real estate space.
That's a great question. So I spent the majority of my early life in the corporate world, 20 years to be exact, engineering and operations management, and the semiconductor world of all places. But back in 2008, 8, when the housing crisis hit, I had a friend that said, hey, you know what we should do? We should try our hand at doing these courthouse steps where we buy these foreclosures. And I'm like, hey, I'm game, let's do it. And so we ended up buying one and turned it around very quickly and made really good money. And then we turned around and we did another one, and then another one. And then we did 2 at a time. And then we started getting some investors involved. And then it was a great time for a little while. And what happened to us, 2 things. One is that we couldn't find agents to actually be able to give us the data quick enough to make good buying decisions. So I ended up going out and getting a real estate license. And once I did that, being of an engineering mind, I was able to start analyzing our own projects, and we were able to do things very, very quickly and get them turned around. But then we just decided to start selling our homes as well. And as we were selling them, it was a good thing that we actually were doing that, because that's about the time that the folks from New York came with their deep pockets and literally destroyed the courthouse steps from the standpoint of being able to get a good deal. They started paying $50,000 more than the going rate that I was willing to pay, just to turn them into the rental properties. Hindsight being 2020, all the foreclosure folks needed a place to live, so it turned out to be a pretty good play for them, not so much for me.
The little
at that time, though, I developed a following for people that liked the remodeling that I was doing. And so I would have people come in on an open house and say, I really like this, what you've done to the house, but the house doesn't work for me. If I was to buy another house, would you be willing to come and remodel that for me? And it was like, well, sure. And so that turned into 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then now we're 16 years later, and I have a team, an internal team of 27 people, and we do anywhere from 25 to 32 projects at a time.
I think it's an interesting story, right? Of course, it's not unique to Arizona, but you had really this niche, the courthouse steps, and then big money comes in, kind of makes it difficult for the mom and pop investor. But interestingly, you talk about pivoting. That's really the hallmark of full cycle real estate investor, operator, going from being the person buying the properties at the courthouse steps to then building and doing custom work on other people's homes and being a contractor in that sense. It's a transition, but of course it makes a world of sense because it's where the the business was scaling to. I want to talk about that a little bit here, Vic. Talk about going from Courthouse steps to then working on deals as a contractor for other folks.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Yeah, so back in the day when I first got into this contracting business, I was actually appalled because coming from the corporate world, I was used to very good communication. You send an email to your team, you get the emails back, you get phone calls that are answered, all of those things. And it was a shock to me that the contractors, frankly, they're terrible. They're terrible at communication. Even the people now that tell me, "Oh no, I'm really good at communicating. I get what you're saying," and they turn around and they don't do it. And so it's really hard to be able to commit to a client and then have somebody that just doesn't show up, doesn't call, and then you have egg on your face. So yeah. I learned a long time ago that this was not going to work. This is not what I call customer service. And I found that it would be pretty easy for me to separate ourselves from the pack if we just actually concentrated on communication alone. So my belief is that every client deserves a 5-star customer experience. And because of my experiences with the way things were working, it enabled me to develop a concept of being people's contractor for life. And in fact, it was so good and it worked so well that I actually trademarked your contractor for life and the concept and the process around doing that. So that's what my company is known for. So it's a culture-based company that is driven by hiring the right people, making sure that they're trained, and making sure that they understand the mission, vision, and values, right? So that we are not just delivering quality, it's extraordinary quality, not just communicating, extraordinary communication. For example, we actually send nightly emails to our client, letting them know who's going to be there the next day, what time they're going to be there the next day, and what they're going to be working on the next day. Every day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, they're getting those emails. And it takes away all the guesswork. We even let them know if no one's coming, right? Just so that they're not wondering, are they going to be here today? Can I go to the grocery store? Can I leave to go pick up the kids? Any of those things. So communication is paramount. And that is one of the things that we do very, very well. So we focus on the extraordinary, not just the average one-time client. We actually have, in the 16 years that we've been doing business, we have over 150 clients that have actually used us more than once, and about half of them have used us more than twice. So that's a testament that goes along with our 350 plus 5-star reviews that all of them say communication, the quality of the work, the expertise, the team, which is key. And so I don't hire subs, right? We actually have our own team because I can't afford to have some sub that says, no, I get it. I'm going to call you. I'll be there. I don't take any chances on that. So we have direct control of our team members, and that's the thing that makes us different from others.
I want to get a little bit granular here, Vic, and talk about the spaces that you're involved in. So I know you're involved in the high end, but we were talking before the podcast here, you're also involved in something that I'm personally fascinated by. A lot of different, I guess, words for it, but offsite modular stick-built homes. And so two totally different worlds, but I guess the high end, we need that, of course, for folks that are coming to areas like the Scottsdales, Phoenix, I'm in Dallas, right? Executives, so on and so forth. But we also have a housing crisis, and I think the offsite modular is fascinating to me.
Yeah, and so our journey in getting granular would be, so we actually do four different types of business in Mariano & Co. One is we do our remodeling and additions, casitas, those types of jobs. And then we actually decided that we wanted to be a $50 million a year company. Moving on to $100 million will be our next goal. And in order to get there, it would be very tough to be able to do it all in remodeling. Now, Phoenix or Arizona in general is like a $1.2 billion industry when it comes to remodeling in a yearly business. So 50,000 really doesn't sound like all that much, but actually having the personnel to pull that all off, it can be pretty difficult.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
So the things that we actually put in place to get to 50 million are, one is that not only we do the remodeling, the high-end remodel, like you said, but we actually purchase smaller homes on bigger lots and then add square footage to them at high resale area, in the high resale areas like Scottsdale, where you can get over $500 a square foot for a quality product. Then we got into the 55 plus business with regards to doing a franchise opportunity with Epcon Communities, the number 40 builder in the US. The key there is the land development. They develop their own land and they build their own community. So that's what I was fascinated about. But then going back to what you were talking about, Dylan, is that the fascinating thing that I got introduced to was the manufactured housing. And so I'm actually a dealer for Clayton Homes now. Not that I set out to do that. I was just fascinated when the opportunity was brought to me. And then I ended up going back to Knoxville, Tennessee to see the home office, and then went to a job site in Kansas City to vet this whole process out and was just blown away. I mean, These products are 9-foot ceilings, 2x6 construction. They are zero energy ready. Which is not a standard that is actually in effect right now. That doesn't take place until 2026. But the amazing thing about this is that this is the fix to the affordability crisis. And I actually have a golden key, right, to be able to work with any and anyone that actually wants to learn more about this. Specifically, and Dylan, you and I were talking earlier that you're into looking for land deals.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in the business of looking for people that have land deals, so we can partner together, because together we can actually go ahead and afford. We can actually together we can actually fix this affordable housing crisis, right? So
I think it's such an interesting thing, Vic. I mean, when I learned about this from guests in the podcast, and I think probably similar to a lot of people with the modular, off-site stick-built homes, I was thinking, well, what is that? Is that a mobile home? Because that's my brain automatically goes to. Then I started getting the difference between mobile and manufactured, and then I learned that there's these off-site stick-built homes which are like indistinguishable. You could not tell that they're not built on site. You could not tell. I could not tell. And they have garages and so on and so forth. And I believe, I'm still getting up to speed. In many cases, immediately when you set them on foundation, they appraise for pretty much far over the cost of what it costs to get it there, and then the build. It's tremendous. It's an amazing investment.
Absolutely right. I actually have helped a couple that we're in the process of doing it right now, but they just went through the appraisal process. And the interesting thing about it is Freddie and Fannie have special programs to be able to appraise these homes. And if there are no other cross mods, because that's the term, it's a trademark term, crossover modern is what it stands for. And it is what you said, it's factory built, 70%. And then we, as the contractor, we build the permanent foundation. It gets set on the permanent foundation. We build the garage and the front and back porches, and we're done. The cycle for this, the cycle time to market is 60 days or less.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah.
They literally build these homes in 4 days in a factory. 4 days. So you have time to go off and get your land, get your permits, do your foundation. The house comes out of the factory, you set it, then you hook up your utilities, take care of the marriage line, you do your front and back porch and your garage, and boom, you're done. You're done. Everything else, the cabinets are there, the appliances are there, the bathrooms are there, most of the flooring is there except for the marriage line. It's an amazing product, and speed to market is the thing that we need at this point in time. So you're cutting your time in half. And the other thing that people don't talk about is that they're built inside, so you don't have snow days.
Weather.
You don't have rain, or you have nothing that's going to stop this machine from putting out homes on a daily basis, right? So it's a win-win for everybody. The factory workers that are actually building these homes, they're not out in the sun, especially here in Phoenix when it's going to be like 118 today.
They might be in the air conditioning, right?
Yeah, well, maybe not air conditioning, but certainly cold environment. It's a fantastic product, and I'm so excited about it. I know you can't tell, but there is so many things that are happening around the country. I've actually been introduced to a national nonprofit. They are in the space of educating people and helping people that actually are making less money than the median household income in their areas. And they've asked me to joint venture with them and said, hey, would you be willing to work in other states? Well, I actually, through the networking, similar to what you're doing, is I actually met a FEMA contractor that actually has a license in all 50 states. Wow. So he literally can do everything that I need to have happen and hand me the keys. So it's literally working with people like yourself that have land, evaluating, making sure that when we do this, that everything works out. Because it doesn't always. Sometimes that you get people like here in Phoenix, that land is so expensive that you really got to evaluate it well and before you make the purchase. And then you got the horizontal land development as well. But if those numbers are within 20% of what the selling price of the home is, that's your go time. And if you can pull this off, there's a lot of opportunity and a lot of money to be made.
No question. There is a ton of opportunity in this space and really solving a major issue, housing and so on and so forth. I'm passionate about it. I can tell you're passionate about it, and you're involved in so many different verticals within the real estate space. It's great to see that other people are seeing this and saying, hey, this might not be exactly what I'm doing right now, but this is a huge opportunity for everybody, honestly. Vic, we are coming up on time here. Where can folks go if they'd like to learn more about your business, or if they'd like to reach out to you, get in contact with you?
Yeah, a couple of ways you could do that. So I'm not shy. I'll give you my cell phone number. It's 480-410-0773. And my email is Vic, V-I-C, @teammariano.com. So that's T-E-A-M, and then my last name, M-A-R-I-A-N-O.com.
Vic, thank you so much for coming on the show here today.
Thank you, Dylan. I really appreciate your time.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.